Hello everyone, my name is Mark.
And I'm Rocky.
Today we're going to talk about hotel on the corner of bitter and sweet. And today our topic is about school lunch. Okay, let's go to the first slide. The first one we want to talk about is the table of contact. And we want to introduce you guys what we're going to talk about today. And the first one is we want to introduce the book because there's a lot of things that we need to go through it. And the second one is we want to talk about our purpose of this video is why we want to do this video. And the third one is the food during the lunchtime that in the novel. Because in the novel there have a lot of different food during the lunchtime. So we may spend some time for this chapter. And the first one, the fifth one, sixth one is all about our example for the food. The first one is kind of peaches, kind of and the kind of pears, and the second one is fruit cocktail, and the third one is Spain. The second step we want to introduce the novel to you guys, and the first thing I want to do is to introduce the characters in this novel. There are a lot of different characters in this novel, and they all have important impact in this novel. For example, Henry and Keiko is the main character in this novel, and Sheldon helped Henry a lot, and he's a black person and he plays sax. And also Marty is Henry's son, and they don't have very good relationship at first, but they have because of another people in this novel which is Samantha. She helped Henry and Marty to change their relationship. Keiko in this novel also have a very important place because Henry and Keiko fall in love in the novel, but because of the war or because of the government, they need to separate, and that's what made this novel sad and very good.
So for this book, it's basically talk about the love story between Henry and Keiko. So for Henry, because he is a Chinese and his dad is a traditional Chinese, so his dad don't like Japanese. But during that time, it's World War II, so all the Japanese in the United States need to send to the concentration camp. But Henry still love Keiko, so he go to the concentration camp to find Keiko. But his dad don't want them have the relationship, so he block everything from Keiko sent to Henry, and Henry think Keiko don't love him, so he made another girlfriend called Ethel, and after a long time, because Harry's dad almost died, so Harry's dad told the truth to Harry, and that makes Harry feels very sad, but he still didn't go find Keiko because he can't find her. Then after a long time after, so Henry is married Ethel and they have a son called Marty, and because in that time Marty wants to help his dad to find Keiko, and also Henry still want to find Keiko, so they start to find Keiko in the Panama Hotel, which is the hotel that stores things from Japanese in the World War II. So after a long time, they find Keiko, and the book is the end.
Okay, next we want to talk about the purpose of this PowerPoint. The purpose of this PowerPoint is we want to introduce you guys during 1942 what is the food looks like, what is the American food looks like, and why people wants to eat those food.
Some food that appear in the book that students eat during that time. So for the first food is kind of pears and kind of peaches, and it is popular during World War II because it is cheap to buy it and it's easy to store. And it is also appear in the book, which is in page 21 and page 110. And the quote is, then they ate their lunch together, spilling a can of peaches in the storage room. And for the can of peaches is in the storage room. Harry and Keiko sit on a pair of absent milk crates, spilling a can of peaches, and talk about what happened at the Black Elks Club the night that Keiko's teacher had been arrested and the cheerfuls were chatting everyone. And this is can of peaches and can of pears. Also, for can of peaches and can of pears, this is very common and popular in 1942 because for this food is easy to store, and for that time people want to buy some food that is easy to store because the World War II, and also it is taste good, and we can see this is very popular food in the book because there are a lot of parts mention this food. Also, in vet school, there are many students eat this food. So this food is common food and popular in that time.
Okay, let's go to the next slide. The next slide is talk about the fruit cocktail. What is the fruit cocktail? The fruit cocktail is people put all kinds of fruit together and to become one stuff, one cans. And the fruit cocktail is very common during World War II because people need to eat some food that is very convenient. So in the novel, scholarshiping in the cafeteria means Henry never made it out to recess. After the last kids had finished, he did eat some canned peaches in the storage room alone, surrounded by touring stock pills of tomato sauce and fruit cocktails. This shows the fruit cocktail is one of the school lunch in the novel.
Spam is a food you can see in the shop, very common, and it is tastes good, cheap to buy it, and easy to store. Also, it appear in the book Hotel on the Corner of Bitter and Sweet, and it is also popular in 1942. And it is popular in 1942 because in that time, because World War II, people want to buy some food that's easy to store and cheap to buy. So the spam is popular. And in page 110, the spam appear, and the quote is, they spend by making their normal abnormal facts, and Henry and Keiko dishes up a great mess that Mrs. Betty sturdily called spam king. So this quote makes the spam appear in the book. Also for spam, it is very common in 1942 because there are a lot of food use the spam to make. For example, hamburger, and some people will use bread to eat it. So it is popular during that time and it tastes good. For example, in the white school, there are a lot of white students eat it. Also, even Keiko and Harry eat this food, so we can see it is very popular during 1942 in America. And this is the end of the video. Thank you for watching.